Hari Om. We'll see a little introduction to the Indrakshi Stotram before understanding the meaning of the shlokas in it. So, we are all very well aware of Ahalya story. I will still give, I'll still tell the story because in Ramayana it is recorded in a different way, and in Padma Puranam it is a little bit different. I'm going to take the story from Padma Puranam so that we know we can arrive at the Indrakshi Stotram. So, Ahalya is the mind-born daughter of Brahma. She is extremely beautiful and all the devas are looking forward to marry her, and Indra is no exception. He is also very eager to marry her. But Brahma gives her in marriage to Gautama Rishi, and Indra is unable to forget her, and he's unable to stop thinking about her. So sometimes he would even create his own Maya. Out of his own Maya, he would see her again and again. In this manner, thinking about her, he went to the place of Gautama Rishi. And Gautama Rishi had gone to Pushkara Nadi for Snanam. While Ahalya was alone in the hut, she was cleaning the house and arranging household things, and she was getting things ready for Gautama Rishi's Nitya Karma. At this point, Indra assumes the form of Gautama Rishi and enters the hut. Ahalya, seeing her husband, she's actively now collecting things, trying to, get things ready quickly because he's there for performing the Nitya Karma. Then Indra, who is now in the form of Gautama Rishi, gets excited on seeing her, and he's overcome with passion. He starts to approach her and he makes advances towards her when she clearly doesn't understand why he is behaving that way when it is time to do the Nitya Karma and all that, because she doesn't know that it is Indra who is in the form of her husband. So when Indra is trying to approach her and make love talks to her, she doesn't understand why he is behaving that way. Because it is time to do the yajna and she's getting things ready, she tells that, this is not the appropriate time for this, and we have to offer our prayers to the deities and all that. She keeps repeating that same thing as he makes advances, and then he tells her that, a wife should oblige to the needs of the husband and all that, and so Indra accomplishes what he came for. Meanwhile, in the Pushkara Nadi, Gautama Rishi's meditation is disturbed because he understands that some wrong deed has been committed by Indra. So he quickly goes back to the hut and stands at the doorstep. Indra, seeing that the sage is coming, enters the body of a cat there that was walking there. So he enters the cat's body, and the sage, he understands that it's very unusual, and he asks, who are you, and reveal yourself. So Indra also, out of fear, stands before the sage now with his hands folded. Gautama Rishi, on seeing Indra, says, Yat tvaya cha idrisham karma bhagartham chalasahasam kritam tasmat tava angeshu sahasra bhagamuttamam. This karma that has been done by you for the sake of pleasure. Bhagartham means for the sake of pleasure. What kind of karma did he do? Chalasahasam. Chala means disguise. You took a deceptive mode where you sneaked around. You took a disguise and did this kind of a sahasam that you have done, the karma that you have done for the sake of pleasure that has been done by you. Tasmat karanat, for that very reason, tava angeshu, let in your anga, in your body, let there be 1,000 bhagamuttamam. Bhaga means female organs, so yoni. So let there be 1,000 yoni in your body. Not only that, bhavatvihatu papishtha lingam te nipatishyati. He papishtha, te lingam nipatishyati. Your lingam means mark. Your mark as a manhood, right? Whatever that organ is, let that also fall down right now. And he asks Indra to return to his sthanam, so all the other devas, siddhas and nagas can look at him and humiliate him. Gautama Rishi now looks at his wife in that condition and he curses her also, saying she's crying actually, and she says, I did this out of ignorance and everything. She doesn't know. In many other storylines are there where she knows it is Indra who's coming and she did the mistake knowingly. In Padma Purana, according to Padma Purana, she didn't know that it was Indra. So she cries to her husband saying that, I did this out of ignorance. But Gautama Rishi curses her and says that you will lie here without flesh and nails and stay here. She pleads for Vimochanam from the curse. So he says that when Rama, Lakshmana and Sita come to the forest, Vasishta will relate your story, because they will ask, what is this that is lying here without any flesh and just skeleton form? And Vasishta will relate your story to them. At that time, Rama will say that it's absolutely, Ahalya is absolutely faultless and it is the fault of Indra. So when he says that and when he blesses you, you will give up this kind of your form, the skeleton form, and you will get back your divine form and come back to me at that time. Meanwhile, Indra too, ashamed and being humiliated by many people as a yoni, he goes under water and remains there for a very long time. While remaining there under water, he meditates upon a Devi form. I think Narada advises him to meditate upon a Devi form, Durga form. In some places, they say he meditated upon Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Whatever it is, he meditated upon a Devi form. We'll take that. So Devi, pleased with his meditation, appears before him. Indra asks for a boon, that his ugly form caused by the sharper of the sage should disappear, and he should also get his Indra Padavi back. And the Devi says that, she cannot make it go away, but she says that she can turn it into 1,000 eyes instead. 1,000 eyes. That's how Indra gets Sahasraksha, the name Sahasraksha. So he gets 1,000 eyes in place of the 1,000 yonis, and that's how, because the Devi gave Indra 1,000 eyes, she gets the name Indrakshi. So this Stotram was handed down by Indra to Purandara Rishi, who brought it to us. So this Indrakshi Stotram is believed to remove all kinds of diseases and bring good health. In Valmiki Ramayanam, the story of Ahalya will be a little different, and Indra's Shapa, how he loses his lingam and instead he gets the lingam of a Mesha is fixed to him. Mesha means sheep. So there, this Indrakshi Stotram that he did, he meditated upon Devi form, will not be mentioned. And this is Padma Purana version of it. If anyone is interested, they can Google Padma Purana, and this Ahalya story comes in chapter 54. It is a great read actually. In fact, Padma Purana has many other stories also. I would recommend telling our kids all these stories because it provides sex education. All these Puranas, the stories in it are all giving us a lot of educating us in different lines. This is one of, even this Ahalya story is one of those lines where we can educate our kids about sex and everything. So I would recommend it definitely. All right, we'll see the meaning of the Indrakshi Stotram on a later audio. Thank you. Ram Ram.